Good morning, Chief sports fans. This is John Cannon. I am sitting here with Donna North head football coach Matthew Rokovich. Coach, first off, congratulations. Last week, the kids looked great in that win. I think it's safe to say that's the football you've been expecting to see from the kids all year long. Would you not agree?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We everything came together really well for us. The kids, both sides of the ball, obviously played real hard. And they gave great effort. They defended the North. That's what we talk about all year long. So they did it. It's like I tell the kids and stuff. A lot of people go do your best. And what I tell them, I say no, go execute, go run, go tackle, do the things you're supposed to, step right, all the little stuff. And when you put all that together, okay, and it equals a win, then you can rest assured that you did your best. So this week, our kids did their best.
The biggest thing I saw that I liked was you cut the penalty ratio way down.
Oh, yeah.
You cut it way down. Granted, there was a couple of turnovers there in the third quarter.
Sure.
I take responsibility. I jinxed it when I said it earlier. But, Coach, I think that was the biggest aspect is your offense moved the ball, and instead of going backwards with penalties, they kept moving forwards, and it turned into points.
Surely, they did. It was actually both sides of the football, both teams. It was a very clean game, well fought. Both sides, as well as obviously Porter played tough. They got it's like anything. He's over there too. He's got a young team and he's getting them to play, and they got some talent, and taking nothing away from them because they played hard, and and it was a great game. If you talk to the referees after, they said, man, y'all both were first class. The kids acted right and all that kind of stuff. It was a good high school football game.
Coming in after this win, what has it been like? Have you seen what have the kids' attitudes been coming into this week?
Well, it's been good. It's been real positive. Anytime you go out and get a win and stuff, that always boosts morale, and it always gets the kids fired up and that kind of stuff. And they got a little bit better step, and a little bit more giddy up in their step, I guess, this week and stuff. They practiced real hard, obviously prepared to get another very good football team. Pace has a good team. They're very explosive offensively. In that sense, and they got some kids on the defense that got a lot of speed and stuff. So there's things that we got to do. Obviously, you don't want to go into the game. We understand they got a good football team. They're fighting to get in the playoffs as well as we are. So obviously, they're going to come over here with their intention to win. Our intention is to stop that and get a win. So. As far as that goes, and we take every opponent very highly, especially when you have a young program and things going. You got to know that every game you get into is going to be a fight. It's going to be a war, and then that's why we each and every day. It's not just. Just take for the offensive lineman stuff. We come off the ball really well this last week. Boom, we hit. This week we did a great job of staying on blocks. And that's the big thing. This team that we're showing here, they got a lot of speed up front defensively. They're not real big, that kind of stuff, but they do run to the ball real well, and that kind of stuff. So we have to obviously. We're looking at another team that's probably, they want to move and more penetration and stuff like that. So we worked it hard this week in order to see that, So our defense did a good job of showing us that up front, as well as, they throw the ball well and they run the ball well, both offensively. Their quarterback is a seasoned quarterback. He's got he throws the ball well. He can also take it off and run on you. And obviously number 11, that young man's really a fantastic receiver, and they bring him in and do walkout with him also. So he's a heck of an athlete. So we got our hands full, but we feel like we're prepared, ready to go in there, and our kids are going to go in there and they're going to get after it and stuff. So we know what do we need to stop, and we know what we need to do, to sustain drives and do that. If we can sustain long drives and stuff, we'll have a great chance of winning the game.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think it's safe to say, and you'd agree, if your team plays the way they did last week, you ran the ball. Tony and Juan look great. And your new little quarterback, I'll tell you what, that kid looked great. Offensive line played the way you wanted to, and the defense really rose to the occasion.
They did.
I think it's safe to say if you can play the exact same way you played against Porter, You got to like your chances in this game.
I do. Yeah, you go into every game optimistic to want to win. Obviously, everything. Talking a little bit about our defense up front. I thought our defensive ends played exceptionally well in the game. They been waiting for that. I really have been. They did a great job. With Lagunas and Belmontes and these kids, they did a really good job because they came back inside and made a lot of plays and stuff. It was what I've been wanting to see, and my hats off to the defense because they really got to the ball real well. Made some turnovers and stuff too, which was great. So obviously, we're moving in that direction where you need to be. We're starting to hit on all those 4 cylinders and going forward. So at the right time, I'm hoping so.
And if Tony has the game that he had last week, oh my God, we just talked about 200 and something yards rushing. He and Juan and the quarterback were just excellent, but you can see what he can do. I mean, he is the workhorse.
Oh yeah.
If he can have another game like that, it's tough to stop, and that's definitely, in essence, going to put points on the board for you guys.
We feel the same.
There you go. 1 down, Coach. You said 4 to win, 4 to get in.
I think in most
1
cases
down,
4
to go.
Yeah, exactly. And then at least you have an opportunity to get in. Even if you win those 4 and stuff, there could be a 3-way tie. There's a lot of scenarios, but if you don't get the 4, you ain't gonna have a chance. You get the 4, you got a great chance.
I think that's what else could you ask for?
Certainly,
just a chance.
Exactly. So
we're going to defend the North again this Friday.
Absolutely. That's
there
all
you go,
we're
Coach.
doing, man.
Friday night, 7:30, Ben of the Prod Stadium. Donna North Chiefs versus Bro.Pace Vikings. Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck. Go get them.
Thank you.